Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I am playing along with the A Cherry on Top crew for our monthly YouTube hop. This hop's theme is pick a shape. So I am grabbing these two punches. This one is for like tags and such. And this one I believe is a 1 1/4 inch or 1.5 inch circle. So I'm going to be focusing on circles. I'm also going to be using some iridescent sequins from the shop. If these are in the shop, I will link those as well. This I did get from A Cherry on Top. It's the book club stamps from Photoplay. They are no longer available in the shop, but I will be using them for this layout. I am going to be doing a layout for this picture. It is a picture of the Midnight Club, which I read back in January. So I want to start trying to get caught up in my book Traveler's Notebook. I'm going to be using this Happy Life. It's also by Photoplay, so we're going to use that. I'm also going to try and bring in some of this Trinket yarn. The color of this is tourmaline, and it's just very bright and vibrant. And then I'm also going to splatter with my new Tangerine Dream Shimmer Spray, and this is by Delusions. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick the papers that I'm going to use for this layout. I choose that orange paper to do some circles, and I like that stripy paper, but I did like this heart paper better, and I liked this green paper better. So I'm going to use the hearts and the green to make my inserts. And this sticker page does have some round, some circle bits that I can use on my layout. They're pretty generic, so they'll go great on this. The first thing I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and punch these holes, and that circle punch that I'm using is a 1 3/4 inch circle. So I am going to link that down below if it's available in the shop, as well as this little tabby hole reinforcer. So I'm just going to punch out a bunch of these circles so that I can use them on my layouts. I do, when I'm building this, I completely forget about them, so I do have to kind of add them in. But it's okay, it works out in the end. So I'm going to do these inserts at 8 by 4. My book is a little bit bigger than 8 by 4, but I decided that I don't mind if there's a little border around them. And so I'm going to use the green paper to go ahead and put my photo on. This is a photo of the book called The Midnight Club. Netflix made a little series of The Midnight Club, and it's better than the book, in my opinion. Well, that rarely happens, but the book was not very interesting, and the show was kind of interesting. So I gave this a rating of 3 stars. I am going to put the book rating stamp right above the book on the green paper. I'm using my Catherine Pooler Midnight ink, and I love it because it's crisp, it's clear, it's clean. It is a wonderful ink. It's my favorite go-to ink for crisp, clean stamping. Here I'm going to go ahead and grab the book review, and I'm going to go ahead and put it over here on this heart paper. There we go, and look how crisp and clean and clear that is. The only problem is that it really stains your stamps, but I mean, for me, I don't really care because the image is so great. So anyway, I'm also using a squeaky clean cleaner from Brutus Monroe. Though that is definitely available in the shop. And I just used some Pink Fresh dies to cut these alphas out that says read more. And they are down on the right side of my layout. So here I'm going to go ahead and fill in the 3 stars. And I do that first on that side, and then I'm going to add it over here to this side as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in all the information about the book over here in the What I Read little book review. It was an easy read. That's probably why I gave it 3 stars, but it wasn't very interesting. So now I read this back in January. Well, I finished it in January, and that's what I'm going to put at the top of this green page. You can't really see it on the screen, but you can read it in person. So that's all that really matters. So now I have those 2 pretty much done. Now it's time for just embellishing. So here is where I realize, oh my God, I didn't put those on. So I'm going to put those 3 there. I start using the little ones all around the page. I'm going to glue those on. And there's 1 or 2 still floating around, but I didn't realize it. So I do cut a couple more, or maybe I just, punch. Maybe I just punch 1. But here I'm going to go ahead and cut those extra pieces off. And it's looking pretty good. So even though it got forgotten, they still look purposeful and cute. And here's where I'm going to go ahead and punch at least 1 more of these little circles. And then I find another one laying around, so I'm going to add that one as well. Now to add some more circles, I'm going to go ahead and add these sequins. These are the 5mm, I think that's what they're called, cup sequins iridescent is the color. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to add some splatters. And this is with that new Tangerine Dream Shimmer Spray from Dylusions. And when I add it, it looks phenomenal. I just loved these splatters. So I went ahead and added those. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some sequins. And I am just going to add them all in areas up and down the inserts. That didn't make sense, but whatever. So here I am just adding some dots of glue, and then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to put the sequins on. I'm also using a jewel picker that I picked up at a Cherry on Top. So that is, if that's still available, I will link that. Also, this is a hop for a Cherry on Top, so everybody that's playing along is going to be listed down below in the description. And if you do make a comment on everybody's layout, everybody's video, then you will get a entered into a drawing for a chance to win $25 gift card for a Cherry on Top. So yeah, that's always nice to have a gift card for some place, especially a Cherry on Top. And here I'm adding my sequins. I liked these sequins because they don't add too much bulk. I would have loved to use some buttons on here, but since this is a traveler's notebook, I didn't want to use too much bulk. So here I am adding 1 more. I used part of the cutoff down on that other one, and that's it. So I'm going to leave you with some close-ups. Again, follow along with the hop, comment on everyone's layout. You can win a $25 gift card for the shop, and I will link all of the products that I'm using down below in the description. If you like, comment, and subscribe, you'll get more of me in your crafty feed. So thank you so much for watching today. Until next time.